And then please check if they can hear online. اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى وسلم. صلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Okay, so just a final message. This morning at pleasure time, I was looking at my message last to the students, the last graduates. However, I felt every message of every class is different. This class is different, and the message of this class also has to be different. And that is why, inshallah, I thought I would just share a message which is not a speech, so please don't kind of doze off. Just listen with the ears of the heart. There is message for my students, there is message for the parents, and then there is message also for the community. First of all, alhamdulillah, Mubarak, all my students, alhamdulillah, what a great achievement that for 5 years, alhamdulillah, you have studied and you have excelled, and alhamdulillah, you have finally completed the Aalimaat course. I did mention some of the things yesterday that what will it take for me to actually call you Aalimaat. I don't want to repeat that. However, all we have done so far is think of an example of a diver who dives in the ocean. So we have equipped you with the knowledge. We have given you the gear, the kit to dive. We have brought you to the ocean of knowledge. And now it is your turn to dive in and get all the treasures and all the pearls. We can't take you there. We have prepared you, inshallah. Now you need to take your turn in there, inshallah. If you don't do that, then it will all be not waste, but it will not achieve the purpose. The only thing I can say about knowledge is there is no way around it. You will have to keep reading. Reading has to become a part of your life, a part of your everyday routine. We cannot be scholars or scholarly. We cannot be learning and teaching if we don't have knowledge. If we don't open the doors of knowledge for ourselves. Nowadays we have internet, we have speeches, but we have to read, we have to listen on a daily basis. That's first. Secondly, make time for the Holy Quran. We are so busy, we are so committed, we are so distracted to other things, we don't make time for Quran. But again, there is no choice. We have to make time for the book of Allah. And the blessing of this. When we make time for the book of Allah, Allah will give us time for everything else. Allah will give barakah and Allah. So these two things, knowledge and Quran, make time for it. And that knowledge, I'll give you just very briefly, which knowledge will benefit? The knowledge which creates the fear of Allah, a good fear of Allah in your heart. That is the knowledge that benefits. And also, knowledge which inspires you to act, to do amal. Those two things. One is what is hearing you about Allah, and one is which takes you towards amal. This is beneficial knowledge, and we have to learn this every day. Now that you have completed the graduation, I can say you have a path. You have a badge of honor. You will be given respect in the community, inshallah. So what will you do? How will you use that? You have to go and serve the deen of Allah and Allah. The community will look up to you. The community will look to you for guidance, inshallah. And they will give you that respect, but you will have to be prepared and you will have to guide them. And I know you are young, I know there is this element of shyness. But come on, we are not shy in other things, but we have seen those who are equipped with knowledge when it comes to deeds, when it comes to giving a speech, when it's time to pray Allah, when it is time to recite something, we say we are shy. This is not the place to be shy. This is shaitan making you shy. And shaitan is actually stopping you from propagating the. We cannot be shy in this, in the way of Allah and His. You are a doctor. How can a doctor be shy in treating the patient? How can a teacher be shy in giving knowledge? It doesn't work like that. We have to let go of the shyness. Use your knowledge and use your Allah. Use the child that Allah has given you, obviously the sister, but use that Allah and knowledge to pull the sisters who are there, who are maybe isolated, who are lonely. When sometimes the life don't understand them, their parents don't understand them, and they have nowhere to go. They have no one to turn to. You, as young Aalimaat, you have the knowledge, you have the guidance, you can help those students. All they need sometimes is a nudge. All they need sometimes is a little pull. All they need sometimes is a little push. And inshallah, you will stay there. There are girls who are going through faith crisis. There are girls who are going through identity crisis. There are girls who are questioning the very aqidah, the very existence of Allah. And you should be there, inshallah, to kind of guide them, to slowly divert them towards the right aqidah, towards the oneness of Allah, towards Rasulullah, towards the haqqaniyah of this deen. They need a helping hand, and you can provide that. We can do it with boys, we can do it with men, we cannot do it with girls. You will be able to do it for girls, inshallah. I'll come back to you later on, inshallah. A message for parents, mashallah, mubarak to you. What a journey for you too, alhamdulillah. You must be so proud, and you should be. Indeed, along with the students, you have worked so hard. There have been stories of resilience. In these 5 years, we have come across so many kind of stories where the resilience shown by the family members and by the students is alhamdulillah amazing. We have single mothers who would come and drop the child every day, take the child every day, and single-handedly, mashallah, they were juggling so many things, work and family commitments, along with this zeal and passion that they wanted to make their daughter happy. There are so many of them, where they were almost at the verge of maybe quitting, or maybe it didn't work for them, but they had the passion, they had the keenness, they shed some tears, and now here we are, alhamdulillah, to see the day that we all dreamt of. Sometimes there have been death in the family, sometimes there were social issues within the family, sometimes there were exams coming in the way, but the students and the parents overcame all these obstructions, alhamdulillah, realized their dream. However, I would like to say that now that your child, now that your beloved daughter has completed this course, that doesn't mean you taunt her, and I don't say you will, but I just need to make you aware. Don't taunt her for every little thing. Oh, you are an Aalimaat, you do this, you have, why did you do Aalimaat if you wanted to do this? No. Please don't do that. There is a world of temptation out there. Our girls are only very young. They are very young. They will be exposed to the dunya At that time when the dunya will be calling them, what no is a welcoming, loving atmosphere. Not an atmosphere of thoughts, not an atmosphere of demands and expectations. This is, very high and unrealistic expectations. It will never work. You will have to be very understanding. You will have to be supportive. You will have to still nurture them so that they become really solid and really strong in practicing what they have learned. There is a bigger warning. I say that the easier part is done, the harder part, when they go into the real world, is yet to come. Alhamdulillah. But as a family, we learned, there were tears, there were laughters, but we overcame all those things. And alhamdulillah, here we are. A little bit for the community. हमारी माँ बहनों के लिए भी एक मैसेज है कि माशाअल्लाह आपको भी मुबारक. You have 13 new graduates. Last time we had 19. Okay, there were 2 classes because of COVID. Now we have 1 class of 13. This is a small offering by SDI to the community. So Mubarak to the community too. Alhamdulillah, you all also contributed in your own way. कि आपकी भी दुआएं शामिल थी, आपकी भी मदद शामिल थी. जब भी हमने पुकारा कि कुछ मदद हो तो आपने हमेशा मदद. लेकिन there is one thing which our society is kind of, involved and engaged in, and that is we expect too much sometimes, and there is too much judgment going on. Now there will be scrutiny for these Aalimaats. Every step, oh, Aalim बन गई, let's see वो क्या करती है, let's see वो कहाँ जाती है. Yes, that's not our job. All we do is make dua. For our community members, when we go to masjid programs, when we go to events, when we go to maybe shadi, there are always some problems. कुछ न कुछ खामी रह जाता है. हमारी जिम्मेदारी क्या है कि हम we only look at the good and we kind of let go of any shortcomings that we see, any lapses we see, because nobody is perfect. कोई दुनिया में perfect नहीं है. कहीं भी जाओगे खामियां मिलेगी. If you see something good, alhamdulillah, you can tell people. But if you see something bad in someone, if you see something bad in somebody's house, किसी के घर में गए, कोई बात आपने देखी. अगर आप किसी के प्रोग्राम में गए, कोई बात आपने देखी. If you go to a restaurant, कोई बात आपने देखी जो पसंद नहीं आई, you don't have to. अगर कोई ऐसी बात है, साहिब मामला से करें. Tell the important people, but don't spread those kind of things. We need a healthy society, a society which is full of love, which is full of compassion, which is full of support, not a society which is a judging society, a society full of criticism. ऐसी society नहीं. तो आपकी दुआएं हमें चाहिए. और जब भी कोई ऐसी बुरी बात देखे, तो दरगुजर करें. हमारी बुराई का चाहते हैं अल्लाह दरगुजर करे. We want Allah to forgive our sins. Then why we don't forgive and overlook the shortcomings of others? Let us make a good community, inshallah. Last, I have to pay some tribute, inshallah. Some of these girls have been with us since nursery. I mentioned when they were 3 years old, when they first came to the nursery, to the SDI center, and when first time our Abbas opened the doors for them and were waiting for them and welcomed them with a big smile. That is the first step. That is the start of their journey. And I would like to mention some names over here, the likes of Arif, who have been here with us right from the beginning, along with Mary in nursery 1. Okay, that lays the foundation where they start enjoying, where they have this thing that they start loving the madrasa and they want to come to the madrasa. We always have this when we have holiday. Our children want to come to the madrasa, they don't want holiday. This loving and nurturing environment is created by the Aalimaat. Alhamdulillah. Then they go to nursery too, Naseema, other Aalimaat, mashallah. And going on from there to madrasa, alhamdulillah. All the Aalimaat. Now, as I said, I mentioned the Abbas who have been there from the beginning. So many Abbas still there. We are going to reward them all, but they gave their best. We have Husna Abba, Naseem Abba, giving forgotten, but alhamdulillah, they have been so passionate to teach your children, to give this beautiful environment to your children. And I know you must be saying, I missed out on delivery, because that one is also, and I would like to say this not as a husband, but I would like to say this as a colleague, that alhamdulillah, Nafisa has been there right from the beginning. And she has been handling nursery and madrasa. Alhamdulillah, we can say and we agree, and you would agree, so effectively for so many years. And she has been the driving force over it. And for me as a companion, you can imagine the frustrations we go through, because she handles the madrasa and handling SDI overall. And there are so many challenges. And I believe if we didn't have the companionship of each other, it would be difficult. It comes to the drawback though, because there is no closure. When we come home, we talk about this. When we are in the car, we talk about SDI, madrasa, and so on. When we are driving, again, it's the same thing. It kind of never stops. As I said, it would have been very difficult without each other. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward all the efforts. And last but not least, the two hours of Mu'allima and Aalimaat. Alhamdulillah, I would say my two warriors, my two soldiers, my 2 hours, without whom it would be so difficult to function. Alhamdulillah, they have been there for this hour right from the beginning. And they are just not us. They are role models for our children. When your girls would have problems sometimes and they would come with teary eyes in the class, it would be these Abbas who would wipe their tears, who would listen to them, who would guide them, who would lend a supporting arm and a supporting shoulder to lean on. Because there are some sensitive issues which our girls, they cannot talk at home, they are too shy, or sometimes they're too scared. Who do they come to? They used to come to these Abbas. May it continue. Girls, Abbas are still there for you. Inshallah, I am there for you. You have to deal with certain problems. But alhamdulillah, we will always be there for you. So these Abbas, alhamdulillah, have given their everything, even despite their commitments, the family commitments, the work commitments, they were always there. They were teaching these subjects. I mentioned them yesterday. But sadly, they are both leaving. And leaving, I mean, I hope not leaving for good. Aalimaat was struggling last year, but still she continued. She said she has to finish the graduation of these students. So alhamdulillah, she continued due to her work commitments and other commitments, won't be able to be with us. All our dua with her, inshallah, and may Allah give her every success in both the works. And may Allah give her a very nice family. Then we have Farhina, who I believe, inshallah, is only temporarily. She's going on mat leave. She will be back, inshallah. But you can imagine my state, where the 13 students are going, and then the teachers are going. When the graduation was over yesterday, and everybody left, Abbas left, the family was in the car, I was left alone at the second. When it hit me that this is it, The students have gone, the Abbas will be going, I am still there. Allah help me. So, you know, I'm going to share something with you. I'm coming to the end, inshallah. I'm going to share something with you which will inspire you as it inspired me. In the last Jalsa over here in 2021, I met the mother-in-law of Arif, Marhuma Maghfura, who has since passed away. May Allah forgive her. May Allah raise her. May Allah bless her. And this was my first meeting, and it turned out to be, I think, the last meeting with her. And you know what she said? She said, Maulana, no matter what, do not stop this class. Do not stop the work that you are doing. She said, Fardina, it's with him, inshallah, anytime you need her. But those words still echo in my ears. That what a noble thing to say, that no matter what, continue, continue, continue. And I said to her that, you know, Jazakillah, may Allah reward you for allowing Fardina to be here so that she can teach. So Fardina got to come back, inshallah. But this will continue, and I'm pleased to announce that if Allah gives us life in 2 years' time, we will be here again with 30 new students. We have approximately on board, inshallah. We have 2 new hours, inshallah, who will, alhamdulillah, continue the studies. May Allah give them the success, inshallah, inshallah. To my girls, the last thing I would say is that be with us. We are still there for you. You still need to continue with us, inshallah. All we want is you excel. I believe you have excelled today in your speeches, in your notes, in your presentations, alhamdulillah. But don't stop. The community needs you. The need needs you. We need you. SDI Center needs you. Our Muslim Masajid needs you. So please, keep coming. We had a bit of a disappointment, I must say, with the other classes, where some of them got so busy that I hardly seen them. Some of them got so busy that they could not give anything back. And that actually breaks our heart. And after 5 years of this, then there is nothing you can give the community to the. So please make sure I pray with those girls as well, that may their commitments to reduce and they come back to me like certainly, especially you girls, inshallah. And now what we're going to see is the result. The certificates were given yesterday, will be given again today. The result will be the result. Take it as that. You will be covered with that, you will be shadowed with that. Inshallah, this will shadow you from all the problems of the world, and it will also shadow you, inshallah, from the torments of you. Remember what this Quran teaches you: haya, modesty. Sayyida Fatima is known for her modesty. Even the sun has not seen her properly. So, haya and modesty, inshallah. But I would like to say that modesty and haya doesn't mean you are restricted. You can be bold. You can be courageous. You can be as beautiful as you want. You can do great things, just like Sayyida Fatima did, and all the great Sahabiya did, but under that rhythm, under the garment of modesty. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept you, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all the efforts of the parents, of the teachers, of the community. If I have missed anyone out, please forgive me, but this was a message from the heart, inshallah. Over